Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, happy Sunday or happy day you watched. All right. Hello and good day to all. The countdown to Survivor Series is on, and I mean, we would normally give y'all a whole show of predictions, but it don't look like it's gonna happen like that. So hey, is the element of surprise a real deal? Is it just some matches that we're just not privy to that we'll find out this week, since everything is pre-recorded and you gotta leave some mystery for the core audience? I guess we can say we hope so, but you know what? It is time, and it's only time for the greatest podcast, wrestling podcast, where you can talk unconventionally about wrestling. It is time for the first Black Champ podcast, and even during the holiday season, I am the pick, your podcast Intercontinental Champion Camp from the port. Tough guy, and you are on mute, my brother.
God damn it. Look at me. I am off IR. And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barbershop Network is the home. Shouts out to the homie Scott and them. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on everything at DFBC POD. And make sure you follow. Oh shit, my cousin. I gotta call him back. But my cousin, real quick. Oh my God. I'm feeling good right now. That just made me feel better. I got to call him back because I'm doing the pod. But shouts out to my cousin Marky, who was at home. My man was out of it for about a year, my nigga. Oh, wow. But he's calling me right now and everything. And I'm feeling good by even seeing that man phone ring right now. Awesome. So salute to him and everything. Man, that just made me feel good. I'm sitting here still fighting the flu and shit. You know, it should be done, but my chest tired and shit. I got 3 kids upstairs playing it and that thing. Now I understand why my aunties used to look at us crazy for playing it in the house. Like, stop that shit, because they crazy up there. But other than that, man, things are good now. I can breathe a little bit, and I am watching Survivor Series 90 at the Rosemont Horizon. I remember this day like it was yesterday, watching this over my mom's cousin Jerry and his wife Barbara's house. She couldn't give me tickets because she worked at Prime Cable. She couldn't. Shut up, B-Dot. B-Dot called me the Brad Bill of the Barbershop Network because I be hurting shit.
Yo.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Hey, yo, Bang Bill is crazy.
Bang Bill. And then I end up disappearing because my ass got sick even more. But I'm watching Survivor Series 90. I remember watching it over their house on Central in Washington. I was wrestling with one of her cousins, and I extended my knee. Damn. Like, yeah. My man gave me the DDT, but my foot got stuck and hyperextended my shit. I didn't even know nothing about torn ACLs or anything like that. I just walking around, I just limping around the party and shit. She, Lily, are you okay? You always getting hurt. It's like, yeah, I'm all right. Give me a turkey sandwich, and I'm gonna watch the rest of this. This Survivor Series 90, which is why it's one of my favorite ones. Rest in peace to Barbara. She had passed. Damn, it's been a dub now. Wow. Yeah, but she used to always hold me down on the wrestling and everything, man. But it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week also, man. So what's going on with your Survivor Series / Thanksgiving week?
Man, work. Working on some personal career development things. But I'm going to kick off the week. Well, outside of the show, I'm going to kick off the week at the ear, nose, and throat doctor because I'm sure if you've been paying attention to us, maybe psychoanalyzing or nitpicking the show, you may be noticing that I be blowing my nose a lot.
You do.
And I just want to let everybody know that, yes, I do enjoy earth drugs, but I've never tried cocaine. So... You know what I mean? I just want to be transparent with the audience. I'm gonna let them know, hey, look, I ain't on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? No booger sugar, no powder, none of that. I just have a really bad problem with draining. And I'm finally gonna get the chance to see somebody about it. So hopefully we can stop this for good. My allergies are already bad enough as it is.
Man.
But like this recent, like 8 to 12 weeks that I'm thinking like, oh man, it'll just go by. It'll just go by. No, it hasn't went by at all. So I'm gonna get that checked out. Then I got a chiropractor appointment. Just trying to keep myself in the best possible condition possible. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we about to fry turkey. We about to do shrooms. We about to do some music reviews and playlists. But hey, you know what I'm saying?
You've been killing it with the music reviews and shit too. Like, let me just say this. You've been killing it. Now, let me say this, and you know this. I don't care if you're a friend or not. Nobody's gonna fuck up my music. Like, you know, and you're the same way. Like,
yeah,
we really don't care what nobody say. We gonna listen to the shit regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
And I try not to listen to music reviews. Anytime I hear a motherfucker say we're about to talk about a song, I try not to listen to it because shouts out to my man Mike B. We have a shirt on some dude that says, what you listen to don't make me bop. And boy, as this Kendrick Lamar shit has come out, I've seen so many people on both sides. It is like the election all over again on both sides. And I'm like, man, look, y'all are not going to fuck up my listening pleasure. I don't care how many times I got to hear mustard. I will listen to that bitch as much as I want to.
That's a fact.
But I love your reviews. It comes from an objective place. We need those. We need those back, objective music reviews and everything. And I love this war that we have right now between Banks and B-Dot right now, where B-Dot wears hoop sleeves to work. But then also Banks says that B-Dot grew up watching George the Animal Steel. That brings me to a question. We got held by white people and some niggas, and a lot of black people about George the Animal. I mean, not George the Animal Steel, but Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question: who is a old wrestler, an older wrestler, or somebody we saw past their prime that you did wish you saw during their prime?
Man, damn. Okay. This might sound like a wild answer, but I really would have liked to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Damn, I can't say it at all. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, because I won't lie to you, even though, you know, I go back in time to watch WrestleMania 3, and then of course WrestleMania 4, I do see him, you know, but I'll keep it a bean. I've never understood the overwhelming allure of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And like, you know, and just how, like, depending on how old you are in wrestling, he's top 3, not 3 for a lot of people. And I've just never quite got it. And I'm not saying that I don't understand the ring technician he was, because we got 90 Steamboat, and 90 Steamboat wasn't bad. Check those stunning Steve Austin, Ricky Steamboat matches in WCW. So he wouldn't chump. He's never been chump. I just don't see how people, they literally, for everybody present day, they put him up there at like a Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns caliber. They like how people feel about Kenny Omega, which I don't really get either. But like they have him up there. Like he's in the rare air space. And I was like, man, maybe if I just see it from inception versus seeing the replay, I get it more. I don't know.
Man, Ricky Dragon Steamboat is a good one, because we don't realize with a lot of wrestlers, we don't realize some of them have been wrestling for like 10, 15 years when we see them growing up.
Yeah.
Like even WrestleMania 3 was 1987. I was 5. You was 6.
Yeah.
We don't get the allure of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. If anything, we see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat get a ring bell in his throat.
Yeah.
And shouts out to my cousin who just called, we reenact that. Like the two most reenact wrestling moments in our lives is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat getting the ring bell to his throat, pause, and the Rockers breaking up. For me, one of those wrestlers that I wish I would have saw in their prime so I would get it and understand it is Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah.
We see Andre the Giant as a shell of his former self.
Yeah.
But when you go look at All-Star Wrestling and some of these joints that you can see on Peacock or the WWE Network, you see Andre the Giant drop kicking and shit.
Right.
It's like, when the hell was he doing that shit? He wasn't doing that against Hogan. And then you're like, yeah, he actually was doing it against Hogan. You're like, when? Like, 1979. Like, man.
Well, had the Samoan fro, but he French, though.
Yeah, like, I don't even. Yeah. I want to see, like, as I'm looking at Survivor Series 90 right now, and Andre the Giant's team go up against the Ultimate Warriors team, right? Andre the Giant, they jumped him, and you didn't see him for the damn near the rest of the match because his back is so messed up. We didn't know that at the time.
Right.
But Andre the Giant, I wish I could have got to see agile Andre the Giant. Another wrestler, and it's kind of like a group of wrestlers. If you listen to this podcast long enough, you know we like wrestlers that just whoop people ass. So there's a group of wrestlers that I wish I would have been able to see in a prime. The Blackjacks, Stan Hansen.
Yeah.
Them.
Man, I was literally about to say Stan Hansen. Go ahead.
Them. Yeah, like that group, I wish I would have got to see them in a prime.
Yeah.
I wish I would have got to see Clotheslines and Texas and all of that. I wish I would have saw that in my prime or in their prime. So I could really see the essence of why everybody believes that Lanza and Mulligan and Stan Hansen are the greats that they are. We get to see them past their prime. I wish I would have got to see those three in their primes. Yeah. And B-Dot got one who I think is on a lot of people's list as well.
Yeah.
Harley Race.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely high on that list as well. Because again, I watched the doc, Handsome Harley Race and all that. And I'm just like, I guess I get it. I understand it. But, you know, when we get to late 80s, early 90s, I watch him lose his crown to the Junkyard Dog and then become the manager for Lex Luger and Vader. And it's just like, he was him. You know what I'm saying? But hey, again, when you go back, you realize, okay, he wouldn't chump, but damn, it ain't connecting with me like it's probably supposed to. So yeah, I would have definitely liked to see all of those, he done calls all the bruiser weights, you know what I'm saying? The true bruiser weights, the bruiser weights and brawlers of yesteryear.
Yeah, people just want to whoop your ass. That's it. Because like when Stan Hansen went against Lex Luger for the United States Championship, I think it was at Halloween Havoc, I was scared for Lex Luger. Like one wrestler who scared the shit out of me for no apparent reason at all is Stan Hansen.
Yeah.
Like Stan Hansen just come through with snuff in his mouth, spitting Texas. Yeah. And he's the reason why the bull rope match for a time, for me, was the scariest match in wrestling. Having to tap those 4 ring posts and that thing. Like, I was like, damn, Lex about to die.
Yeah.
Going up against him.
Yeah, hey, listen. Hey, Stan Hansen was fierce and scary everywhere, even in movies. I was like, yo, this fool bugging. Because, hey, another reason why 80s movies are so great is because with the exception of like Rocky 3, right? If you saw a wrestler in the movie, they were the wrestler. Like that they were like, so the lariat Stan Hansen was still Stan Hansen. Like, so he coming in there, you son of a bitch. And he started clotheslining people, start throwing bottles in movies. So I was like, oh, yo, he's nuts. So yeah, and just think, we're watching the decline. So
and we
so
watching
I'm
when
like,
shit
yeah.
is light.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn. So he was really running amok in like 77. Like, I gotta see that.
Yeah, see, it's like a group of wrestlers in the 70s that about time we got to see them in the 80s. It's like, because another one with the most pause-worthy name of all time, Dick the Bruiser. Like,
Yeah.
hey, when you saw, I think it was him and Dirty Dick Slater.
Yeah, Dirty
Pause.
Dick Slater. The
Yeah, and they was the
hardliners.
hardliners. When they whooped the shit out of the Steiner brothers, I was like, yo, who these old niggas that just whooped the shit out of the Steiner brothers? And my grandfather was like, oh, you don't know about Dick the Bruiser? And I was like, whoa, I can't even say that word. He was like, oh, no, that's his name.
Okay.
But yeah, we used to go to wrestling at the Chicago Amphitheater, and he be whooping people ass. Like, he's still wrestling, though? Like, yeah. That nigga hold his
Dirty
ass.
Dick Slater, Dick Murdoch.
like,
hardliners. Shout out to Gary Michael Capetta, man. Every time I can get a Gary Michael Capetta reference off, I'm getting it off.
He's on Instagram, I think it is. He's on one of them social joints. Yeah, I saw. Like, yo, Gary Michael Capetta. But yeah, this old wrestling fans, this is specifically for you. While we might not agree with your love for Greg the Hammer Valentine, there's some wrestlers that we wish we would have saw when y'all old ass was watching them.
Facts.
Dick Murdoch, Dick the Bruiser, yeah, and that's what it was. It was Dick Murdoch. Dick Murdoch, Dick the Bruiser, shit, Chief J Strongbow. People like them, I wish I would have been able to see them. The Blackjacks, wish I would have been able to see Ernie Ladd in his prime. I wish I would have been able to see a lot of them in their prime. Some wrestlers like Greg the Hammer Valentine, and who's another one that I was like, oh no, why y'all love this? The Stooges.
Oh, what, Patterson and Briscoe?
Yeah, Patterson and Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers. I ain't get it.
Yeah, hey, listen, I watched the doc on the best tag teams and still didn't get it. I was like, yo, come on, fam. I was like, they look like used car salesmen. Like, why? How? I don't even get it.
I don't get it. Oh, matter of fact, no. Here's my number one. The number one wrestler that I wish I had saw in his prime is Terry Funk.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how he went from that to what I grew up with. I want to know how he went from he looked like the all-American dude from Texas.
Yeah.
About time I got to him, he was not only crazy, Terry Funk, he was the dude that was fighting Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse.
Yeah. Yep.
I wish I would have been able to see Terry Funk when he was the NWA champion and not walking around with two bad knees and shit. I wish I would have saw that. And shouts out to Banks. Yeah, I know that the Briscoes were shooters. We saw that. They just didn't have any charisma enough to make us like it,
bro.
Yeah, they look like
they look like they could give you a great deal on a Buick Regal for only $1,700. That's the only real issue I have with them.
Matter of fact, I
realized they wouldn't chump. I get it.
Yeah, I'll even give it to you like this. The way these dudes used to hold the belt, they hold it like this. They hold the 10 pounds of gold like this. And the NWA is like, when I'm the world champion, and yada, yada, yada. When Harley Race held that joint, it looked very prestigious to me, even as a shorty, when I found out who he was. Ric Flair, yeah. Dory and Terry Funk, yeah. When they showed the Briscoes hold that joint with the belt, it looked like they was about to put the folder down to say, hey, here's a good deal for you.
Hey, the Briscoes look like the guys that caused Enron. That's what they look like to me. All right.
Yeah.
And like, hey, look, hey, no, the portfolio is good. Here, just sign it.
Yeah, it's not they
Stock
couldn't
options.
wrestle. It's not they couldn't wrestle. It's just they didn't. They look too nice.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The Briscoes look too nice, even when they were the bad guys.
Yeah.
For us, they just
Facts.
look like even as the Stooge, Jerry Briscoe looked nice. He just looked like a high school teacher.
Yeah.
Not even a gym teacher either. Like Jerry Briscoe reminds me of every math teacher that I had. I still got it though. I whoop your ass.
It's like, all right,
Mr.
cool.
Briscoe, get your ass
Like, you
up
got
out
it.
there.
Like, but meanwhile, Terry Funk during that time looked like he was actually the version 1, the prototype of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I want to see that. Like, I want to see that in the 70s where whoop your ass ain't the worst thing you can say.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
So no, I thought about that when we was talking. It gave us hell for Greg to have a Valentine.
Yeah.
But who was those wrestlers that you wish you would have been able to see in their prime? Oh, Donnie.
Oh, wow.
The beginning of Vader. Oh.
Damn, hey, are you 20?
You gotta be a shorty, but Vader,
Yo.
oh my God. Boy, let me tell you about a wrestler who scared the shit out of me. It was Big Van Vader.
Yeah, no, Vader was tough.
And I'm talking about Big Van Vader with the mask on. Not even the mask, you can see his face.
Yeah. Talking about
Like,
the Mastodon joint.
Go watch Vader. Go watch Vader when Vader, I think it was Wrestle War or Clash of the Champions. I think it's Clash of the Champions, though. When Vader with the blue, purple mask went against Stan Hansen.
Yeah. Hey.
Boy, yeah. That man and that match, boy, that's why I'm scared of That's why I'm scared of Stan Hansen. That match right there.
And for good reason.
Vader versus Stan Hansen. And then when they repackaged him with the elephant tusk and shit just. Boy.
I got you. No, hey, but you know what, man? That's Donnie. I respectfully, with all due respect, because that just showed how old I am. Because that was 31 years ago when Vader was out here running. like if you were born then, by the time you have your first wrestling memories, I think he's probably in the last year of his WWF at the time contract. Wow. Damn. Yeah, y'all, we old. Damn.
Yeah.
Because the Vader we talking about was 92.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's 90 to 92. So yeah, shit. Wow.
Boy, when they brought him over and the legend of him getting his eye knocked out the socket and still wrestling.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. Vader is one of a kind, fam. Vader had us scared on Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Like, why is he there? Why is he on here?
And no joke, I can't watch to see if he would ever come back.
Man.
like,
y'all know that's Vader, right? Why y'all trying to make him heartwarming? Like, no, but yeah. Vader is on that list for some of y'all and should be on that list.
For sure.
Because Vader, not Leon White, y'all. Not Leon White. We talking about Big Van Vader. Before they took the big and the van off. Big Van Vader, you damn right. He was beating the shit out of jobbers. He paralyzed the jobber, y'all.
Yeah.
Like he damn near killed Cactus Jack.
Hey man, that was the first time. Yo, speaking of all this, not only when Cactus Jack debuted in WCW, I'm talking about when he re-debuted technically, right? But the matches with him and Vader, I was like, yo, they getting hurt for real. That's concrete on that floor. Like,
Yeah.
they hurt for real. Like, if you notice, a lot of those matches, some of the bumps that Cactus Jack is taking, he not getting up right away. And if he is getting up, it's getting progressively slower through the matches. I'm like, yo. I was like, man, you can't just hit your calf and knee on concrete like that and just get up talking about some bang bang. Are you out of your mind? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like the thing about Vader that is very underrated is how scary he was.
Mm-hmm.
And how things were a bit more realer when he was involved. Like, let's go back to Super Brawl when Ric Flair was in that car with Mean Gene Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
We really thought Ric Flair was about to die. Let's go back to Sting. He squashed Sting in a title match.
Mm-hmm.
And when he pinned Sting, the crowd just was like, damn. How Sting gonna come back from this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Vader in the early 90s was special.
Yeah.
Because he scared people. Vader is the scariest person with a mask on that you could see his face.
Yeah.
I don't even get why he had the shit on his face. I don't even get it. We know who you are. Like,
Right.
masks are supposed to bring mystery. Not with Vader.
Yeah.
That shit just made him scarier.
Right.
It's just like, yo, I'm just putting these straps on my face. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Right. Hey, at one point I was like, oh, he's just trying to protect his nose because like maybe that's the weak spot. Like maybe you punch him in his nose, maybe that's gonna hurt him. So he got it covered up so he can really beat your ass.
Yeah, man.
That's how I saw it.
If you are a wrestling fan and listen to this pod, go to Peacock and just go look at 1992, 1993 WCW Vader.
Yeah.
Just go look at Vader. Don't look at shit else but him.
Yeah.
And you realize how he had 10-year-olds like me in a chokehold because he was hurting people.
Yeah.
So when we say on this pod how we need big monsters like Vader back, go watch that. Go watch him powerbomb Cactus Jack on the concrete floor and hear the thud. Like the oof. And how 10-year-olds like me really thought that Cactus Jack had amnesia.
Yeah.
He was in Cleveland the whole time.
Yeah.
And where's Cactus Jack? He in Cleveland in a restaurant with crazy people.
Hey man, not to sound like one of them type of fans, but hey man, there's a sector of the 90s, 80s and 90s where wrestling was real as hell, bro. I get all that, lights, camera, action, theater, kayfabe. I get all of that, but nah. A good portion, I'm willing to say 45% or more of wrestling in the late 80s to early 87 to like 96 was real. Like, it's real.
You couldn't tell. Look, you could not tell a young J.R. Bang that Sting wasn't being abused by the Four Horsemen so much he should have called the police.
Yeah.
You couldn't have.
Man, hey, listen, it's so much. I mean, hey, look, the only and the people further breaking kayfabe, even in the more sports entertainment way, it was actually Shawn Michaels. Like the first time, like in Syracuse, I was like, wait, he giving up the title? Ain't no match. But then you find out, he was really in the bar fight. I was like, oh, so Shawn Michaels really think he can whoop anybody. He outside scrapping. I'm like, oh, okay. But then you do got your Vaders, you got your Sid Vicious, you got shit Barry Windham, Terry Funk is still rocking, Cactus Jack. the bumps and the bruises these people are taking. Now, I know if you were a fan of ECW and you've seen that from the beginning, that's gore. We're talking violence.
Yeah.
Like the violence was 100 through 80s. For me, I can only speak about the time I watched wrestling. 87 to 96. I'll give it. That's the man that's where violence peaked for me in the world of wrestling.
Look, man, I'll just say this. Anytime you saw a white man come into a ring with some Wrangler jeans, some cowboy boots, and a wife beater on with tight fists, you know somebody was getting their ass whooped that night.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. You knew it. Like
that's gonna be my next Halloween costume.
When you knew,
yeah. I'm gonna be a WCW street fight legend for Halloween next year. I'm going to Boot Barn. I'm gonna get some of the ill square toes. Yeah, hey, yes. I'm gonna be a WCW street fight legend for Halloween next year. That's what we're doing. Let's run it.
Look, you can't tell me. As soon as somebody walked in the ring with a wife beater, some Wrangler jeans, some cowboy boots, and a tape fist, and they taping it on the way to the ring.
Yeah.
And then blood tonight. Somebody blading. Somebody getting their ass with the nice bunkhouse brawl match featuring Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard. Let's be real. Like you saw Wrinkle Chin, hell yeah. Hey, let's be real. You see the Powers of Pain with paint and shit and goddamn wrestling draws or the wrestling tights all your life. This one night, you see them with jeans on and tape fists. Barbarian is about to whoop somebody's ass tonight. Right. This ain't a regular tag team match tonight. He just taped his fist.
Or that time Hawk and Animal came out with the workout gear on. Like
no.
They had the Bengal pant, the Bringle pant
pants. Zupas. Boy, hey, shouts out to the Royal. Hey, first of all, rest in peace to the Royal Warriors. Yes. But shouts out to the Royal Warriors. They whooped your ass in the most comfortable wear as possible. Zupas.
Yeah.
Just come out there with every team color and shit, and the wrestling boots, and the wife beater on, and tape fists. Yep. Tell them, Hawk. And then next thing you know, goddamn, the skyscrapers come down. Oh, no. It's about to be a fight today, y'all. It's about to be a fight today. See, hey, look. AEW, if y'all want to take some shit from WCW, bring back Bunkhouse Brawl. I need to see all y'all wrestlers come out looking like they're about to go to a honky tonk to fight. That's it. Like, and matter of fact, it's on the network. Y'all go look at Bunkhouse Brawl. Just go look at the Bunkhouse Brawl match. Like I said, shit's funny as hell. Bunkhouse Brawl, 1988. With Dusty Rhodes, Road Warriors, Barry Windham, Lex Luger, the Powers of Pain, Terry Taylor, Sam Houston. Like, even the jobbers came to the match. Like, it's going down tonight. We got to be ready. We got to be ready tonight, y'all. We got to be ready. We're going to fuck somebody ass up. We might get beat up. We leaving out bloody. But it's going to be a hell of a night tonight. Just go watch Bunkhouse Brawl. I love it. Who else? 30 Dick Slater, Dick Murdoch.
Yeah.
Like, shouts out to the Bunkhouse Brawl. Shouts out to the Bunkhouse Brawl. Who else? Like, just random Manny Fernandez. And shouts out to Manny Fernandez. That nigga Manny Fernandez shit just was like, that's another wrestler I wish I would have saw in his prime so I could understand. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. I think he like Raquel Rodriguez, like stepdaddy or some shit.
Oh, word.
Or daddy. I think she like kin him something, but that motherfucker shit be like this.
Oh, man.
Damn, as soon as he cut that bitch just go flat and blood just start.
Right. Hey, if that's her biological, she lucked up.
Yeah, who's another one? Before we get out of here. Another wrestler who we wish we would have saw in their prime. You know what? Another wrestler who I wish I would have saw in their prime, and Brando just said it because you've talked about him too.
Yeah.
Nick Bockwinkel.
Yep. Literally. Hey, shout out to Brandon, because I was like, yo, that's the other one.
Yeah, like I wish, like I didn't realize Nick Bockwinkel was old
Yeah.
when we saw him.
Right. Like real old too.
Like real old.
Like done old. I was like, oh wow, really? Huh.
Like when you go do your homework on Nick Bockwinkel wrestling in the 60s.
Yeah. Like that he was grown in the 60s? Damn.
Yeah, he was like damn. He over here whooping Mr. Perfect ass in this goddamn match. And speaking of organization that I wish I would have been able to watch in its prime, Mid-South Wrestling. The way Hood talks about Mid-South Wrestling makes me, not because they had like black champs and shit either. Right. No. The way Hood talk about Mid-South Wrestling makes me wish I was living in Memphis. Or living in Mississippi during this whole time, just going to New Orleans and going to see what's up. I wish I could have saw that in its prime.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
So, man.
So I just want one last one, even though Nick Bockwinkel was like the top, because this name popped in my head twice. So I'm gonna say, hey, Vern Gagne.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I need to see that. Because I ain't gonna front, I don't get it. But
I mean, on this one, old wrestling fans, y'all gotta give us that one.
Yeah.
We are 42 and 43.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get Vern Gagne.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, and I wanted to see him square up with Vince McMahon, but that don't mean that I get it. Like, you know, so I'm just like, now look, I'll give him the respect for what he did business wise. So I got him way over Greg Valentine, all right? But I still need to see, like, what's the word? Like, what's the deal with this though? Because Vern Gagne,
because for me, it's Bruno Sammartino too. Like I gotta see it.
Yeah,
I gotta see it. I gotta see why. I understand why Italians love him. Get it
right,
but I gotta see it. And matter of fact, I know we watch a lot of WWE on this podcast and all this stuff too. But let me be the first to say, I would have to really sit down and really go through and watch Bruno Sammartino WWF to get it. Cause like him, Ivan Koloff, goddamn Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund I ain't get.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bob Backlund, I did not when we found out Bob Backlund was that, and it was 10 years prior. I like, oh, he was a former world champion. How?
And the only pass that I'll give Bob Backlund is that he looked like Opie if he made the Olympics. And I was like, oh, okay. So if Opie from Happy Days was an Olympic wrestler, he'd be Bob Backlund. Oh, okay. So, you know, that kind of all kind of blends together and makes sense for me. Because at least I can be like, I can associate that look with success or America gravitating to it in some way, shape, or form. But everybody else, I'm just like, nah. I'm like, you know, but in a way, you know, Bruno Sammartino kind of looks like an Italian mobster, but he's just doing it the right way. So maybe that was the appeal. Maybe that's the appeal.
You know, this is my last one. I wish I would have been able to see Ken Patera in his prime.
Oh, yeah, man.
The original Kurt Angle for me. The original, I'm a USA athlete, but I'll beat your ass.
Because we just missed that. Just missed it.
Like, I wish I would have been able to see Ken Patera, heel Ken Patera, in his prime. Because, boy, the shit that I see on the network, when he really in his bag, oh, nah, I wish I would have saw Ken Patera in his bag. Like, strongest man type shit, and will show you and whoop your ass with the blonde locks. Ken Patera is a wrestler that I wish I would have been able to see in this prime.
Yeah,
all right, man, let's start talking about these old wrestlers.
For sure.
Let's talk about these new shits. The Survivor Series is next week.
For sure.
Don't feel like it's Survivor Series week because we don't have like
At all.
blood and guts versus guts and glory and no shit like
Right.
that. There's only 3 announced matches.
Yeah. And there's
For
no
Survivor
Survivor Series showdown.
Man, like it's nothing. Like it's just war games at this point. But speaking of war games, the OG Bloodline has a new member on their team. It is CM Punk. CM Punk was brought by a returning Paul Heyman. But I feel like it's subtle hints that tells us what may happen either at Survivor Series or down the line. Paul Heyman had on the same outfit as Solo wears. Blazer with the red sweater, the red handkerchief. Same thing that Solo wears. And the shoes, same thing that Solo wears. There's been subtle things that people have been noticing on the internet about all of this. So without giving away who you feel is going to win the match, do you believe that the fix is in on and the OG Bloodline is going to get their ass whooped? Or are we looking into some of these subtle hints too much?
Yeah, I do. So for me, because I did expect Paul Heyman to return, so I'm not surprised or shocked by that. But I won't cap to you. I thought the 5th man was Brock Lesnar.
And I would have been right. Because remember, I said it.
Yeah. I thought the 5th man was Brock Lesnar for just a lot of just reasons that just make sense. One, first and foremost, that is the other recent Heyman guy. That's who started the thing between Roman, like he hot potatoed Roman and Brock the last 11 years. So outside of that run with the CM Punk, which is, so again, it does make sense. But dog, one team has Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu on it. You telling me, so you gonna get Sami Zayn and CM Punk? Bro, listen. If it's one thing that ain't gonna help you, unless we go into court, the 2 white guys ain't helping you beat up the Australian and the other Samoan. That wants to be, well, now I don't want to say want to be anything when it comes to Jacob Fatu. That's a West Coast gangster. That ain't gonna happen. So I'm sitting here looking at that, and I'm like, these teams are super uneven. Because hey, look, I know Jay has ascended. Roman's still Roman, but that ain't enough. Like they out here like, and then they bring in CM Punk, and that's a great pop for the crowd. But now CM Punk is now only the 2nd smallest man in this match. But the 2 smallest guys in the match are on the same team. Yeah, the fix look in because that's who you got for me. You looking out for me? You by getting the dude smaller than me? So when they just added the biggest dude in the match, yeah, the fix look in. All the way in. Pause.
Boy, if this was a street fight, man, Roman and Jimmy and Jay gonna have to be super men.
Yeah.
In order to win this one. No,
or Sammy would have to have a bomb strapped to him and stand in the middle of everybody like, I'll pause all the fucking way. I'll pause the fuck away. And it's like, because come on, fam. And respect to Sami Zayn. But we talking war games now. And Bronson Reed just got added, bro. What are you talking about?
Look, man, I don't see how the OG Bloodline win this one. Is if to go along with some shit that my parents used to say when I was younger watching wrestling. That team going up against that team, wrestling fake. On paper, there's no way in hell that the new Bloodline loses this match.
Yeah.
Like there don't need to be some chicanery coming or happening. Like this, just straight up 1-on-1. Yeah, this is not.
Dog. Even if this was your traditional 5-on-5 match, I got Cabacho getting eliminated. But that's it. Eventually, it's gonna be Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, and Solo versus Jay, because Roman got disqualified because of Tama Tonga. So I got Jay getting 8 because that's just how this would go if this was 89. It would just go that way.
Yeah, you did do this, Camp. You just turned. That's why I was
hey, man. It's the ties, bro. You know what I mean? It's the ties.
Man said the only chance they got to winning, my man turning into a terrorist.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, we got our predictions coming up a little bit later, but
yeah,
I'm just letting y'all know now. Paul Heyman don't need to do no trickery, no chicanery in this match to me.
Yeah.
If this was just a straight up fight.
Yeah. Hey, the chicanery is adding CM Punk after he just left Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
That's the chicanery. That's the other thing. Hey, my man he just did Hell in the Cell and we ain't seen him.
Yeah.
With ring gear on. We ain't seen him.
At the same time, though, what did we just say? Hey, shouts out to CM Punk. Came out there with some jeans, a t-shirt, some Jordan 1s.
Tape the fist up.
Tape the fist. Had a fight. So, and Aubrey, yes, they should have just kept this 4-on-4.
Exactly.
We don't need Bronson Reed. We don't need CM Punk. We just need them. Mm-hmm. I don't even know why these two are involved.
Well, I do have an answer for that. And it's a BS answer, but here's my answer. Because Bronson Reed should have something to do for Survivor Series. Like he should. Like that's the thing. And what's wild about all of this is a big win for Bronson Reed. And I'm actually very happy for the dude, because you go on this rampage that he's been on since now, you could really say since like July. And he ain't really got no payoff yet. Like nothing. And this is a former North American champion in NXT.
Yeah.
So you fast forward, the thing with him and Seth is over, right? What is the next best thing to do? Well, give him a PLE to main event in, even if it ain't just him, and you put him on the better team to me. So I like that for him. I think no matter what happens, they should continue with him in the new bloodline. I think that should be his role, since all they're gonna have him do is squash people but lose matches that matter and not get near titles. Then put him in the bloodline.
I feel you, but I don't feel you. Like I get it. Yeah. He should be in something else. So put him in something else other than this shit. You know how I feel. Everybody with Samoan descent don't need to be in this damn group.
Right. For sure. No, I'm with you.
And that's my whole thing. Like, everybody with Samoan descent don't need to be in this group. Like, even Owen Hart was in the Nation of Domination, my G. Like, everybody for that ain't got to be in that.
Right.
But he has no tie into the struggle between these two groups. Leave it to them two. Have Bronson Reed go up against Braun Breaker or some shit.
Yeah.
Or have him go beat up LA Knight. Yeah. Or something.
Yeah.
He don't have to be in this because you put him in this because he's Samoan.
Not for nothing. LA Knight versus Bronson Reed for the U.S. title, and Knight dropping the title at Survivor Series wouldn't upset me at all. It wouldn't upset me at all. And I'm glad that shout one time the internet wrestling community has actually come through for us. I'm glad that they didn't literally play with the people that's been watching wrestling since 2012 and have Seth Rollins join his bloodline like he ain't the reason why him and Roman ain't cool. Like, bro, you broke up the Shield. What is you talking about? Yeah. You broke up the Shield. You better stop with this recency bias.
So that's why. Let's move on. Let's move on to a match that has not been announced, and it looks like it's not going to be announced. Word on the street is that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes will be made official, but it will happen at Saturday night's main event on Saturday, December 14th, at Nassau Veterans Coliseum in Long Island, New York. This is according to Pro Wrestling Insider. This basically just lets everybody know that Kevin Owens is right.
Oh, yeah.
He's right. What you just said, Seth Rollins broke up the Shield. Roman Reigns said, "Oh, no, we ain't calling him. Fuck, dude."
Right.
Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens' life has been made hell because of Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. Kevin Owens stood on business. Cody Rhodes was like, "I help." Right. And I wonder why Kevin Owens is like, "Fuck you." Hey, look.
Right. Hey, listen. That's how it should be. Hey, get yourself out of those J. Cole situations, Cody.
Right.
Leave shit alone, bro.
But he's in it. And let me first say, the promo between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes was magnificent.
Yes.
But
great.
Cody Rhodes, you are now borderline Hulk Hogan to me now.
Hey, I was gonna say.
You're borderline always been a heel when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Hey, listen, not for nothing. Hey, I be joking a lot of times, but it be real and accurate. I still think Bang is right in some of these Cody storylines. And I've been saying this since 2017, since summer 2017. Now, Kevin Owens then cut a JR Bang promo for Hulk Hogan on Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is me.
And it checks out, though.
Kevin Owens is me. Kevin Owens told that man, they tried to end my career, tried to do the same shit to you. We've been fighting these dudes. Well, I've been fighting this dude for 4 years. You came back, got into the shit, and you gonna tag with him? Fuck you. And I, for one, don't believe the crowd should cheer Cody Rhodes at all. At all. Because as Brando just said, I watched the show. Kevin Owens basically like, look, I don't know what you do, but I DVR the show. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I know what happened to me. I know what happened to other people. I know what happened to you. I know what happened to Randy Orton. Randy Orton didn't wrestle for almost 2 years because of these folks. Yo, cool with this? Nah.
Like, you're not low. I see you. I see you do it. You're not low.
You're not low. Now, to Cody's point, I think he kind of right about the character that is Kevin Owens. You took your foot off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you used everything as an excuse. This is why Kevin Owens is like, now, you know what? Won't be no excuse when we get in the ring. I tell you that much.
Hey, his last line was hilarious, but it was a great ending. He was like, yo, he's the man. Hey, I love Randy Orton. He said, but I
hate you.
I hate you.
When he said that, I said, yeah.
Oh, you about to powerbomb him off the Titantron. Oh, okay.
Boy, hey.
Well, you about to power drive him off the Titantron. Hey, let's go. In other words, that that next power driver ain't gonna look too acrobatic.
No, yeah.
It's gonna
It's
look
not
pretty
gonna
simple.
be. It's not gonna be a grab you by your drawers and just lean back and fall. Like I'm hopping.
Right.
With this next power driver, I'm hopping.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a hop to it. It's gonna look more like Paul Orndorff and less like Cactus Jack.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen. Why is this match not on Survivor Series?
My only guess is because they don't want to take away Kevin Owens' moment with the Bloodline and also Rhea and Liv. Because to be honest, the way everything is booked and billed, this is kind of the afterthought story, but Kevin Owens is doing some amazing work. So to me, I think they're just trying to ISO on it. It's like, no, you need to pay attention to this because this is fire. This is the other heated battle rivalry that is kind of not picking up where Drew and CM Punk left off, but it's got that energy, but y'all not paying attention to it because whoa, but it ain't working no more. That's my only thought.
Yeah. I don't care what matches are on Survivor Series. I don't care who popping up. That match needs to be on Survivor Series. They could have a return match on Saturday night's main event. But the reason why I say this is because if Kevin Owens don't win the championship at Saturday night's main event, this is all for nothing.
Yeah.
We both said on this podcast that when they wrestle, and if they wrestled here at Survivor Series, Kevin Owens should win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
That don't change if it's Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
In fact, it makes it even more, to me, likely that Kevin Owens is going to win the championship at Saturday night's main event, and we not going to see Cody until the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm cool with that. It's time for that. I'm cool with that. And again, man, I'll be monitoring the payoffs. Kevin Owens needs his payoff for really getting Roman Reigns over those first 2 years. Jay and Kevin Owens did an amazing job of elevating Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the character. I want to say it right. Because obviously Roman did a great job, an amazing job at getting both of those gentlemen over as well to make them just standalone superstars with new stories and new paths. So, but Kevin Owens never really got his payoff for that. He never really did. And the thing is, and he's been at WrestleManias. He's had, matches and high-profile matches, signed the big deal in the midst of all of this. So I get all that. But when I'm talking payoff, I'm talking main event or championship or both. And it's time for that for Kevin Owens, for sure.
If Kevin Owens does win the Undisputed Championship, who should take the belt from him? Should it be Roman? Should it be Cody?
Not for nothing. Sami Zayn. That's what I got. And look, Sami Zayn or Randy Orton. Because the way I look at it, one of these roles got to go lead back to Cena in 2025. And that's win, lose, or draw for him. Cena, that is. You get the belt off Cody and you put it on Kevin Owens. They're already blurring the lines of Raw and SmackDown and who won it. Like, when I tell y'all the draft don't matter, like, stop giving us the draft. Stop doing the draft. It don't matter. Everybody on SmackDown now. Everybody.
Well, I mean, until Netflix.
Right. Well, oh yeah.
Because everybody gonna be on Netflix. You better that budget.
Exactly. And it's like, yo, come on. But I mean, hey, not for nothing. What does the original hottest face since the pandemic, as far as male wrestlers go, do? Sami Zayn ain't really got his moment. He hasn't really got like the one. Yeah, winning the tag titles with his best friend at WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong, that's big, especially when you beat the longest reigning champions of all time. But man, don't you think they want to do night one, just them two, for the undisputed WWE title? You don't think they want that?
Look, everything getting to WrestleMania is setting up to be very interesting. With John Cena's involvement, the potential of a Cody versus Randy, the potential of The Rock showing up next Saturday, and costing the OG Bloodline. And here's the thing, I think that's too early. I think it's too early for The Rock to show up. I think you should start having breadcrumbs. I think the swerve is Paul Heyman. Excuse me. That's what I say. I think the swerve. I think the swerve is Paul Heyman. I don't think it's The Rock. Why would it be The Rock this early when Royal Rumble is not till February 1? I think it's too early for The Rock to show up and put any weight behind the new Bloodline. I don't think it's too early, of course, for Paul Heyman to do it. And you have it in steps. Paul Heyman has a conversation with The Rock. The Rock tells him that this is what it is, this is how it needs to be, and this is how I'm going to pay you. And all along, you'll find out that Paul Heyman, while he was gone, was pulling the strings for Solo and the new Bloodline. You don't need The Rock right now. You don't need The Rock at Saturday night's main event.
True.
But when the Royal Rumble comes, because Roman won't be a champ, Jay won't be a champ, you can really have John Cena looking at all of this crazy because he wins the Royal Rumble because of The Rock. But I got to do what I got to do. And then you got Roman and Jay looking like, what the hell? You don't need The Rock right now. You need Paul Heyman, however, to say, hey, I'm over here with these kids. It worked when I switched from CM Punk to Brock Lesnar. And then it worked when it switched from Brock Lesnar to you. But now you gotten soft. You gotten a little weird. And you was nowhere to be found when I was getting my ass whooped by these kids. Now, I know where I'm supposed to be at. And I'm getting paid handsomely to take care of these kids. They need a Wiseman. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't need The Rock next Saturday, though.
And not for nothing, we've already seen some behind the scenes things that was like, that was even like, yo, you don't need me. And that was just the heart to heart and gorilla. Yeah. So yeah, makes sense.
Like, dude, Paul, who needs, matter of fact, this is how, and this is why I'm making a prediction that I'm making that Paul Heyman will turn on the OG Bloodline because he did it to Brock Lesnar and went over to the Big Show. There's a precedent set. It's the same situation.
Yeah.
Just different races. So yeah, that's why I believe that the swerve is in. And let's just go ahead and get to our predictions.
Let's do it.
So it's only 3 matches named for the Survivor Series. Roman Reigns, The Usos, Sami Zayn, CM Punk versus Solo, Jacob, Tonga, and Bronson Reed. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley. Spoiler alert. Bayley is the person that's going to be replacing Jade Cargill. The internet already spoiled it. Versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. And Gunther versus Damian Priest. So we're going to start off with that match right there. Gunther, Damian Priest. Does Gunther keep the World Heavyweight Championship, or does Damian Priest get his get back?
Change of heart. Gunther is starting to piss me off. So I'm going to go with Damian Priest. I'm going to go with Damian Priest because obviously, and I don't know why or how this is going to happen, but it almost looks like they're gearing up for Gunther to be a face. And I don't want to speak ill of other countries, but how many German or Austrian good guys do we actually like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
We don't.
that don't even make sense. I don't. And you know what? Hey, but if this is the he loses this match, he comes back as like this new and improved, just like fighting machine, right? As they like to build people, then I'm with it. But it looks like as Damian Priest is ascending, Gunther is descending, and he got to regroup. So I'm here for that. As long as you don't end up with him being the face, but I am going to pick Damian Priest for sure.
I do see what you're saying with them possibly making Gunther a face. It feels like they're trying to make him the respectable champion that respects everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to whoop your ass, but then we going to shake up after the match.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I need my Gunther to hate everybody. Like, I need racism in my Gunther, y'all. I don't need him to like nobody. Like, I don't need him to like nobody. I want him to believe that this blood should be pure and the championship should be mine.
Like Adolf, that ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like, to me, his character don't work if it's not that. I'm sorry, y'all, and I know that might sound bad, but this is wrestling. This is acting, y'all. Nikita Koloff wasn't Russian, y'all.
Yeah,
he's from Minnesota.
There you go.
So no, I'm picking Gunther, but I don't want them to turn him into the champ that fights for respect. No, I'll beat your ass out here. I'm better than you, and my blood is pure.
And my blood is pure. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm the ring general or general. How they say this shit?
The ring general.
Yeah. That's what I want. Like, if you gonna cheer me because I'm whooping everybody's ass. Don't cheer me because I'm shaking people's hand at the end. Nah, fuck that. That's just me. Let's go to the women's war games. Rhea Ripley with Cody Rhodes' mask, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. I'll start this off with the prediction that we've been predicting for like the past 3 months. Hey, man, Liv Morgan them gonna lose, but Tiffany Stratton is gonna win. One of them bitches getting pinned.
Yeah.
One of them getting pinned.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know who. I just know one of them getting pinned. Matter of fact, what? Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton is on SmackDown, right? And her man is on Raw, right?
Yeah. My dog, Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton wins. She's going over on Liv Morgan. She's going to build a boyfriend.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. I'm with you. as far as the actual match, I won't lie. I'm kind of in a standstill here because I'm trying to see what the play is with Bianca Belair. They've gotten through this whole year with Liv and Rhea, and there not being too many matches. And Raquel has to get in here somehow, right? So part of me does believe that there's going to be a scenario where Liv and them actually win this match. But it won't be because of Liv. And that is how Tiffany Stratton cashes in. Like I do believe that, because who's to stop Nia from laying out Liv just to keep her title?
Bingo.
You was like, hey, are you coming down? Okay. Boom. There. Pin the bitch. Let's get out of here. And then you can get out of my way, go over to that show. Yeah, I got, not for nothing, I got Liv winning and losing in the same night.
Yeah. Well, now we have the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. Which one you got?
Man, I got the new Bloodline again. You know, no disrespect to our white listeners, but adding Sami Zayn and CM Punk to your war when another team has Jacob Fatu and has added Bronson Reed, it just don't show that you're serious unless we go into court or it's guns involved. Now, you know what I'm saying? So if it ain't court and guns, I got no choice. The eye test tells me to pick the Bloodline. Like, this ain't the transport. Okay. This ain't Taken 2.
Hobbs and Shaw.
This ain't Hobbs and Shaw. This ain't Fast 5. No. White people get squashed out here when Bronson Reed get going. But I do have the de facto situation being Paul Heyman, and believe it or not, CM Punk. We can't discard certain things here. Roman Reigns and CM Punk are not meant to be allies. And I love the fact that, if y'all paid attention, yeah, Paul Heyman brings the fifth guy, but Roman didn't even know he would be there. So now you pop up, and we ain't had no correspondence. I didn't even have your number. You show up dressed like Solo, and you not even bringing your big dog, Brock Lesnar, which, you know, maybe legal reasons is why he really couldn't do it. But you bring me CM Punk? Like, I was just shooting about how I was better than him during my reign. Like, I've been telling you that I'm your best Heyman guy. So I look at it like this. Everybody get in there, and true. Hey, look, Bronson Reed and CM Punk, I think they do got a little unfinished business to some degree.
A little bit.
But that don't mean that that he's with the OG Bloodline. That's just, hey, take care of this X Factor situation here. Like, hey, I'll help you get some get back. You help me get some get back. We're just here to make this 5-on-5. But we leaving. Hey, just like who was that? Oh, just like Mr. Fuji. Hey, I'm leaving with the champ. I'm leaving with the champ, bro. That's what, like, so I'm leaving with the tribal chief. I'm leaving with the top dog. I think Paul Heyman pulls a Master Fuji on Demolition, and he leaves with the powers of pain. That's what I think is going to happen right at this War Games.
I didn't factor in the CM Punk part, but I can see it. Either way it go, Paul Heyman turns on the OG bloodline. Either way it go. Think he turns on the OG bloodline. Like, look, Roman, I was out here getting my ass kicked. I got power bombed into a table in Madison Square Garden in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And you was out here filming a movie and getting your thoughts together because you lost to Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Jack.
Facts.
Now, I didn't factor in the CM Punk thing. Paul Heyman begged CM Punk to protect him. That could go either way because CM Punk did not protect him.
Mm-hmm.
He might be getting all of his enemies lined up to get their ass whooped by his new group. Or he could say, fuck both of y'all. I'm going back with my OG client.
Yeah.
Either way it go, the OG bloodline will suffer a loss at War Games, and the new bloodline will win, solidifying the legacy of Solo and Jay. Because Jacob. Because let it be known, y'all, there will be a moonsault off the top of the cage.
Oh, hey, listen. I got Jacob Fatu showing his ass.
Yeah, this is it.
And running right up to the rankings. Like, people about to start over predicting. They're like, oh, no. Solo versus anybody Solo. Jacob versus anybody at WrestleMania night 2. Like, because he's going to win the Rumble now. Like, I could.
So basically what you're saying is that this, while it's going to be OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline, Survivor Series War Games will be the night of Jacob Fatu. Absolutely.
This is the night for me. This is the night that we thought we were going to get. Was that Saudi Mania 6 or SummerSlam? I forget. But this is the night, though. This is the night. And I don't care if he in that cage first. I don't care if he in that cage in the middle. I don't care if he the last one. Jacob Fatu is going to go effing crazy in this War Games match.
I agree. Not only do I agree on that one, hey, Bronson Reed, you in here. It's gonna be this gonna be your night too.
Yeah, hey, yeah. But make the powers that be, the front office, the executive producers, now let them see, like, hey, look, you put me in here with all y'all top guys of the last 13 years now. That's what I did.
All right, man, a couple of quick hits before we get out of here. Like we said, the spoilers are out, and Bailey will be replacing Jade Cargill, who was taken out on SmackDown this past Friday. You say what?
Which I think is by design too.
Yeah. So who did it? Like, who's the person
Well,
that took out Jade Cargill.
Paul Levesque. Hey, listen. We gonna give y'all a storyline answer, right? But let's keep it $3 today. Let's keep it $3 today. Jade Cargill was not ready to be in the War Games match. She just is not ready for that. And the process is taking some time. She's still gorgeous. She's still amazing. She's still a great athlete. She still looks incredible. But something about the wrestling in this WWE environment, it ain't quite clicked yet. So they were like, yo, we don't have time for these women. The women in this match, they ain't got time for you to maybe get it right tonight. Because all things considered, from the way the league is set up, this is supposed to be the Jade Cargill coming out party. Nobody had more to gain from this War Games match with these women than her, outside of Tiffany Stratton. That's it. Jade Cargill, this was supposed to be her playground. He was supposed to get in here, dominate, press slam bitches, boot bitches, be hitting people with garbage cans, dominate, and damn near take out over half this team by herself. She's not quite built to do that yet. It ain't saying it can't happen because there's always next year. But I really do think they took her out this match because we just not getting what we need from you to let us know that you got it when that cage closed.
I agree to a point. Like, all she got to do is go up in there and do a couple of hot moments, super kicks and bicycle kicks and all of that. But I think this is to set up Bianca Belair becoming a heel. I don't see Charlotte Flair taking out somebody. She'll just walk in your face and be like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
Bayley, nah. I think that we are about to get the slow heel turn of Bianca Belair. That's who did it. And when she comes back, because Bianca Belair wants to be the United States champion and everything, is going to set up those two women basically breaking up. Jade Cargill is going to be like, yo, bitch, I knew it was you this whole time. I was just waiting my time. But my pick is Bianca Belair's the reason. And if so, to me, it becomes Bianca Belair's best character. I think she's better as a heel than she is as a face, even though she's a great face. She's a John Cena face. But sure. I believe that we're going to get true Bianca Belair. You don't even go here. Sassy, just like her husband is leaning towards going that way too.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Not for nothing. I thought that, but they played it really well with the whole triple threat match happening. All of a sudden, here go, the screen, and now she conflicted. Do I win the match? Do I go get the homie? So it does. I do like it. The only thing is that for me, the only reason why I'm going to just deviate just a little bit to it being somebody else is only because they do need to get Jade Cargill off the ground at a higher level. And I know it may seem like I'm being overly critical, and apologies if it does come off this way. I'm just looking at the timeline that the WWE set her on. They fast tracking her. She debuted at the Royal Rumble. Hell of a pop. She's been at WrestleMania. Hell of a pop. They've put her in situations. They put titles on her. She's doing Market One promo. They need a little more ROI than what they're getting from her right now. And I think it is time, as Bianca chases that title, as she's out of commission, and then we kind of get, like, maybe they got to vacate the titles, whatever it is, right? But then you set her up in a solo program, because eventually they got to get off the porch, just like they did with Liv, just like they did with Alexa Bliss, just like they, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is some girls that, like, hey, look, you got to get off the porch, though. Like, sorry, these tag matches, this ain't it. This ain't what we got planned for you. And, like, and I don't think when they did everything they did in January that they saw Chelsea Green being the person that they want, that the people wanted the title on the most as we're in the end of November. I just don't think that is what they planned for. And this is Chelsea Green while Liv is hot, while Rhea's hot, and she barely here because of injury, while Bianca is Bianca still. Raquel is back. Nia's the champ. Tiffany took it off. Like, they didn't plan for that. So now Jade is like 8th or 9th on the docket, and that ain't, they're trying to fix that.
Well, Speaking of Chelsea Green, she has moved forward in the United States Women's Championship tournament. She defeated Blair Davenport. Really, she pinned Blair Davenport because Bianca Belair was like, "Yo, I'm about to go help the homie."
Right.
Real quick. Bailey pinned B Fab. So Bailey and Chelsea Green will be wrestling each other. On this next week's episode of SmackDown, won't spoil this one. But Michin, Piper Niven, and someone will be replacing Jade Cargill in that match. And then that person will go up against the winner of Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez. So between I just spoiled it. My bad, y'all. Lash Legend will be the other black woman.
Hey,
You know, goddamn well I was gonna tell y'all who was gonna be that. You know, they're gonna replace a black woman with a black woman here. I'm just not gonna tell y'all who wins that match, but between Lash Legend, Michin, Piper Niven, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Elektra Lopez, who will go up against Bailey or Chelsea Green at Saturday night's main event when they determine the first United States Women's Champion, and why should it not be Chelsea Green at this point?
Right. Hey, well, you know, perfect world for me to stick to all my predictions is Naomi, because I always said this was going to come down to Naomi and Chelsea Green. So I'm not going to deviate from that. Even though obviously the cool, funny story and the would be Piper getting in there. But yeah, man, Chelsea Green again. Sometimes you gotta strike for the things that people just didn't plan for. Like, you know, like this is a hell of an audible for the women's division, you know, because we are so used to, you know, the core 4 to 6 women being them start to finish the entire year. And we've had a couple emerging stars throughout this year, but no star has burned brighter and longer than Chelsea Green. I thought the young lady Lyra would have been in this position. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton pseudo is in this position because she's holding Money in the Bank. But yeah, I think this is now her title to lose, her being Chelsea Green. Chelsea, Naomi, it just makes sense for where we are and what the people want to see. And if nothing else, like, the politics shouldn't matter here. Let this be the People's Choice Award, if you will, of 2024. It just makes sense to me.
There's no reason why it shouldn't be Chelsea Green with the championship. But here's the caveat here. Her husband. For those who might not know, her husband is Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder used to get so close. He got so close, but never got the brass ring. And he made his own championship. The Internet Wrestling, was the Internet Wrestling Championship or some shit. Mm-hmm. He ended up winning the title at WrestleMania, but then lost it the next day.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's just something about the WWE. They got a funny way of just continuing certain type of storylines, even though it's not a storyline.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if Chelsea Green does not win it. And if she doesn't win it, if Naomi is the champ, then I'm with it.
Yeah.
But I see no reason for her not to get it. The crowd is behind it. Give the people what they want. Chelsea Green for the United States Women's Championship. Last thing on the docket as I look at SummerSlam 1991 is there's no teams.
Yeah, man.
There's no other teams. What are we doing here? We're losing recipes during Thanksgiving. Where are the team versus team, 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5, not even SmackDown versus Raw? Where is goddamn Chad Gable's group versus some other group? Where's the Wyatt Six versus The Miz and Karrion Kross them?
Right.
Where are the groups?
Yeah, man. This is, and see, all of these are my least favorite Survivor Series. Whenever I don't see 8 or 10-man tag matches, it's kind of a wash for me, because this is why I tune in to the Survivor Series, to see those unlikely pairings. Or, oh, I didn't know all of them was cool. And they got a problem with them. Like, well, what happened to feuds just manifesting into, time goes by, I-4-9. We in this together, son. Your beef is mine. Like, when did we get off that? When did we get off that? I don't know. Because you're right. I mean, look, there should even at least be a situation where the Street Profits and DIY and the Motor City, Motor City Machine Guns?
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, okay. I was like, yo, what's their name? But where they should at least be in some kind of match where, I don't know the other team that you put with the Profits, but it should be an 8-man tag match, and that's where Ciampa de factos and puts old Johnny Fivel through the floor. You know what I'm saying? Something else should be going on. Seth Rollins should just be Seth Rollins, and he should have a team going against American Alpha and shit. Who else is out there? Fucking, I was gonna say, no, I think he's been future endeavored.
Viking Raiders.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just anything should be happening. Like, who cares if it don't make sense? Y'all tried to tell us that Roman Reigns turned on Seth Rollins first. You could give us a match with Alpha Academy and just a 4th member, bro. Like, you could do anything. So yeah, I don't know. I'm never really hype about these things when it's not the 8-man tag matches. But hey, I'm still gonna be a fan of wrestling. I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna, do the best we can, bro. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Screw it.
And well, before we pass it on over, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who watches, and shouts out to Bobby Lashley, who wrestled last night at Full Gear and beat the shit out of Swerve Strickland. It's the best I've seen Bobby Lashley in a while, ladies and gentlemen. If it was anybody who looked like $1 million inside of a goddamn torn down spot, it was Bobby Lashley. Just go ahead and give Bobby Lashley every championship. Put him on the lens, what's my man name? Lance Storm run. Just give him every last championship up in that joint, man. Shouts out to Bobby Lashley, future black champion AEW. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Cam from the Port.
All right, man. Hey, we thoroughly appreciate and thank you all for tuning into this episode and contributing to this live stream, as well as when you're watching it post this. We are very thankful for all of you and your contributions to the FBC POD community. Obviously, Bang and I can get this show done by ourselves, but all of you and your likes, shares, comments, questions, funny, just anecdotes, innuendos, or just thinking that, hey, you were just gonna mind your business because you thought I was on that stuff. Hey man, we appreciate it. I appreciate you not wanting to be in my business, but I'm not. But I appreciate you. You dig what I'm saying? And man, as always, bro, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick VP, DOC, and we are out. I will be thankful for a Johnny wrestling ass whooping.
Yeah. Too bad he's about to go heel. Slimy heel, though.